This is a review of 2024 911 Cabriolet, and when you have the key in your hand and you approach the door, you just place a finger underneath. You see how it erupts? And then these doors kind of have a different eject system, so when you're leaving the car, don't come down here. These are spring loaded. Come up here and you hear it, it'll just react for you. And then we're going to get into the vehicle. We're going to turn it on, but we're not going to start it right now. But we're going to help you with some of the setup and features. So when you have a whole account number, so to speak, you can go through the setup procedures here, where most of them English. Sure, we're going to skip the step where you program your phone. You can do that at a later date. And then if we want to add a new account, come on, account name. So that would actually be your whole account number. And then we'll kind of go over here because, you know, people don't need to see all of that information. I'm going to get some glasses on, and in the meantime, while I'm showing you this, Porsche does have a 4-year unlimited mileage new car warranties, and then that does include like roadside, fuel delivery, lockout, and you just call 1-800-PORSCHE for that, and it's through like Allstate, so it's 24-hour, so you'll get preferential treatment that way. So we're working to add the account. What's unique is it didn't ask me for a password, so it may have a different cycle to it. So here's like an automatic login. We'll hit next. Now here's where it shows you activate by saying, "Hey Porsche." But usually if you wait a minute, it might say set up voice control. It might have a online, and then that's where it recognizes your speech pattern. There's a volume control here, and then if you come over here, you'll see roll with the thumb, pull down. So here we're just going to go next, and we'll hit close. So there it has your features account, and then we can go in here and we can change certain features. All right, and we'll just back up. All right, notice when I tap the home button, and you can find that there's additional features here. See the Apple CarPlay, and then see these 3 tiles here. We'll go into that more when you're here for your delivery features. But you'll notice that I can a lot of times see that 3 button. That's going to be a recurring theme where it allows you some brevity in making adjustments here. And if I press and hold, look, I like to move my radio tile over there, and then I can confirm. And you see it says phone. When you have a iPhone or Android Auto, see the LTE button? See the Apple CarPlay? See, I want to activate the Wi-Fi. It's not for data. The Wi-Fi is actually for connectivity of a Samsung or an Apple phone, where you'll get Apple CarPlay. See, it says limited Wi-Fi functions. And then when we search and set up your phone, you'll see your Apple CarPlay right here. You'll have an icon there, but these are like shortcut windows. Notice even if I just hit the time, it gives me time settings and options. And then see the little red right there where the house is? And then I can pull the house over or go to the clean side of the house. And then there's the busy side of the house. Additional features and options. Notice you've got these icons here. Well, that's nav. That's music. And then watch the red dot. See, it moves list. Bose radio. Definitely want to hit your surround sound. Make sure the boys in the back weren't messing with the bass. And then when you make several features or changes, you go over here and you hit set 1, because your settings for your seat save more than just the position of the seat. You have a steering wheel is actually a physical access, okay, and then you just lock it back up. But your mirrors are right here. You just hit the mirror there, and then you hit the arrow keys. See this button here? That gives you control of the rear cozy wings. See? And then if you go back, you pull them up, you depress that button, now you have control of your main window. So these switches have duplicity in them, that when you activate the rear cozy wing window, they become active for the rear glass. And then obviously when you do your top-down feature, things of that nature, power fold-in mirrors, press it again, they rotate back out. And then the one last feature here, you see it says phone, but that's if you're under Bluetooth. When you have Apple CarPlay manifested, you have a better screen for that feature. But if you go to car, remember said the 3 buttons are a recurring theme in the lower right-hand corner. And you go to vehicle settings, and you go to vehicle locking systems, and then you can have the mirrors fold if you'd like. You could have a door release, which is just for the driver door, which is more secure. But if you always want the passenger door to be unlocked when you come to the vehicle, you can set that feature however you might like. Light and visibility, reversing. I don't like my mirror to lower when I put it in reverse, but some people do. So you would select that feature there. For now, I'll leave it as it is. I'll go back home. And then remember, once you've made features or settings changes, hit set, and then you'll hear the beep. One last thing, because this is a nice and important feature. When you rotate this button, you're going to see the red hue dart to the left, now to the right, and it gives me control or feature right here. So when I'm in a map and I see this roller, get to the map again, push, push, and then you get a zoom function. See how I can twist the map? Can also just tap the map, and I can get that there, and then bullseye, it's back centered. So if you get it big and it's moved over, just hit the bullseye again. Come back to here, you back arrow key out a couple times, and then you can get back to other crucial functions. And you'll notice when you're moving, you'll see that dial shows you about where you're at. The Sport Chrono feature is a magnificent feature too. So if you look right here, that's the Sport Chrono, Sport Response. And then here you go to winter or wet mode. So if you're traveling and you're in normal mode, you do need to physically go to wet mode to get your additional traction settings. And then you have a sport and an individual mode. Most folks program the individual mode to be a kill switch for the stop-start system. A lot of people just don't enjoy that. So when you get into the car, the first thing a lot of folks do is they just take the wheel and they spin all the way clockwise, and it always brings you to the individual mode. We'll get more features and options ready for you on your delivery date and picking you up on Monday. Thanks again for ordering your new Porsche 911 with us.